This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. The number of COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. is approaching 400,000.
Today, in the final press conference of Operation Warp Speed, Trump administration officials announced they are sending states all available doses of COVID-19 vaccine, which will practically double the supply.
Always planned to move to a more advanced phase of how we manage this once we had confidence in our supply chains.
It's the same approach President-elect Biden announced yesterday. And with only about 9 million doses administered to date, federal health officials are telling states to pick up the pace or they'll get fewer vaccines. Mass vaccination sites are popping up. Arizona officials say nearly 44,000 people have made appointments at the new State Farm Stadium site. In New York, 5 24-hour mass vaccination sites are now up and running. And in Southern California, Disneyland is setting up tents to become a vaccination super site. In Wisconsin, a new vaccination hub opened today. This is inside the Wisconsin Center in Milwaukee. They gave out about 800 shots today and hope to up that to about 1,000 per day moving forward. However, the vaccination site is not yet open to the public.
In all of Wisconsin, DHS has a total of 607,000 doses of the vaccine have been allocated. Between both Moderna and Pfizer, 373,000 have been shipped, but only 163,000 have been administered so far. A Wisconsin health system is expanding its vaccination efforts, gearing up for the massive job of getting everyone a shot. SSM Health is now vaccinating unaffiliated healthcare workers out of a new site at a Sun Prairie clinic. Madeline O'Neill explains who is included and what goes into planning this big effort.
Well, last week, SSM Health began vaccinating non-employee healthcare workers at St. Mary's. Now they have a task force sorting through nearly 500 requests from healthcare groups, approving 300 to help them get vaccinated. So they hope that this new Sun Prairie vaccination site and more to come will help speed up that distribution process.
Relax it. Relax.
Only in times like these are people lining up to get shots.
Rats, you are done.
Yay. Not even as bad as a flu shot, actually. I didn't feel it.
CNA and social worker Amanda Hill has been feeling the strain of the past year.
It's been tough watching people that I take care of and people that I know pass and going to the funerals that can't even comfort anyone. I'm ready to do my part and get it done.
To help get distribution done more quickly.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, that's okay.
SSM Health has opened a new vaccination site at Dean Medical Group in Sun Prairie for unaffiliated healthcare workers from places like private care centers and dental offices.
I'm all set. See patients all day, done a lot of aerosols. I've had patients who have had it, and this is a very serious disease. I've had 2 family members recently pass away from COVID because people weren't careful enough around them.
So these are just 2 different forms that we have.
As hundreds of healthcare groups join the queue.
The feedback we're getting is excitement and enthusiasm.
Factors like vaccine supply at the nearest vaccination site and number of employees play into when a group will get their turn.
Done.
According to SSM Health Regional VP of Pharmacy Services, Mo Karbat.
The sooner we vaccinate healthcare workers, the sooner we can begin vaccinating essential workers, and the sooner we can get to a point when the vaccine becomes available for everyone.
Whenever you're ready.
When it's time for you to take your place in line, these healthcare workers ask, you step up.
You're doing a service to the world. I mean, we never expected to be in a pandemic. You know, you think about this, you see these in movies. You know, so I said, so think about this. They save lives in movies, save life in real life.
UW Health has also started vaccinating unaffiliated healthcare workers. Now, in coming weeks, SSM Health plans to open more vaccination sites to help prepare for those additional groups that soon will be eligible to get vaccinated here in Wisconsin.
Healthcare workers at Mercy Health in Janesville got their second doses of the Pfizer vaccine today. They are currently only available for healthcare workers, but Rock County health officials and healthcare providers are working to create a plan for distribution to the general public. Vaccine distribution is also continuing in veterans hospitals across the state. At the Middleton Memorial VA Hospital, a spokesperson says as of today, more than 500 veterans and hundreds of employees have been vaccinated so far. The hospital is prioritizing veterans by age. First, vets who are 85 years and older, followed by those 75 and older.
Could be weeks before Wisconsin sees government action on coronavirus relief, despite the state Senate passing a bill this afternoon and Governor Evers saying he will sign it. The legislation is an amended version of a bill that passed the Assembly, but since it's different than the original Assembly version, it still has to go back through that chamber. And then today, the Assembly Majority Leader said this bill falls too short. In a statement, Representative Jim Steineke, Assembly Majority Leader, says, quote, "We will continue to advocate for the priorities of our constituents over the next few weeks as we move towards a response to the Senate's actions during our next floor period later this month."
To weather now, here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our first warn forecast.
Charlotte, we started the day with a little bit of fog this morning. Then we had bright sunshine. The time lapse from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison shows that little fog in the morning hours, but then we had bright sunshine through the afternoon hours, and skies became partly cloudy this evening. The live view from the Edgewater Skycam really can't tell much in the way of fog around the lights of the Capitol. So right now, things pretty good in Madison. Visibility 10 miles at the airport. But notice thicker fog up to the north. Quarter-mile visibility in Wautoma and much of central Wisconsin, seeing visibilities between about 1 and 3 miles. High temperatures today were in the mid to upper 30s from Madison to the west. East of Madison, a few places didn't reach the freezing mark, but with temperatures getting above freezing, melt a little bit of the snow, add some moisture to the air, and that's what's resulting in the fog tonight. Now the temperatures have fallen into the 20s to around 30. Madison's still at 30 degrees, but most of the other major stations in the upper 20s. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the middle 20s with some patchy fog overnight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we'll see variably cloudy skies, maybe a little sunshine in the afternoon. High temperature topping out at 36, but some mixed precipitation is on the way for Thursday, followed by snow Thursday night. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Thank you, Gary. A Wisconsin man is now facing federal charges accused of illegally entering the U.S. Capitol building last week. 52-year-old Kevin Loftus of Chippewa Falls made his initial court appearance today. He's charged with unlawful entry to a restricted building, disorderly conduct in a restricted building, and unlawfully remaining on the floor of Congress. Investigators identified him through social media, where he posted pictures of him inside the building and also commented, quote, "I am wanted by the FBI for illegal entry." Within a span of about 24 hours, 3 House Democrats have announced they tested positive for COVID-19, prompting concern that last week's insurrection at the Capitol has also turned into a super spreader event. Those who have tested positive were among the dozens of lawmakers whisked to a secure location when the Capitol was breached.
Governor Evers is promising to make 2021 the year of broadband. In his State of the State address tonight, he dedicated the speech to victims of COVID-19 before listing off priorities for the next year. Amy Reed is with us now to explain what he'd like to see the legislature do and how Republicans are responding. Amy?
Well, on the bright side, there is some crossover in what Governor Tony Evers and Assembly Speaker Robin Vos want to accomplish, but both also took tonight as an opportunity to go after the other side on what each sees as mistakes.
The sacrifices that they have made during this quarantine.
To figure out what you're fighting for.
Governor Tony Evers used news clips to look back on a year that was painful enough to live through once.
We were going about our daily lives when a novel coronavirus hit, and we had to take urgent, necessary steps to prevent the COVID-19 pandemic from spreading.
Evers highlighted what the state did in response, doling out the nearly $2 billion in federal CARES Act money. Looking at 2021, he's eyeing recovery.
We are reminded now that in the fight for progress and prosperity, we each share responsibility. And it begins with broadband.
He declared it the year of broadband access, promising to ask the legislature for $200 million over the next 2 years to make it happen. He also called a special session of the legislature to update the IT systems at the Department of Workforce Development that have been the blame of slow payouts to unemployed Wisconsinites.
We know that replacing the system will take years. That's why it should have been done sooner. But it's also why we don't have another moment to waste. No politics, no posturing. Send me the bill and let's just get it done.
In response, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos also placed blame, but on Governor Evers for lack of leadership, also criticizing vaccine distribution in the state.
Wisconsin doesn't have a comprehensive rollout plan. Few know where and when they can get a vaccine, and all of us deserve answers. With lives literally on the line, this is absolutely unacceptable.
He highlighted the wins of Republican leadership in the legislature, citing low taxes he promised to keep bringing down.
Republicans will fight for another conservative budget. We'll keep spending in check. We'll continue our successful school choice programs. We'll protect the unborn. We'll reduce taxes even further, and we will ensure that free speech still exists in the Badger State moving forward.
A couple of people were honored tonight during each proceeding. Governor Evers gave a short tribute to his staffer who passed away last summer, Ben Belzer, and the Assembly passed a resolution honoring Speaker Voss as the longest serving in that role in Wisconsin history.
Amy, thank you. New tonight, Vice President Mike Pence ruling out invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump from power. In a letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Pence said the mechanism should not be used as a means of punishment and reserved for cases of medical or mental incapacitation. Now, Speaker Pelosi has said if Pence rejects the use of the 25th, the House will move to impeach the president, which could happen on a bipartisan level. At least 4 Republicans have now said they would vote for that. But in a letter tonight, Vice President Pence encouraged Congress to avoid actions to, quote, further divide and inflame the passions of the movement and to focus on smoothing the transition to the new president.
President Trump signed part of a newly finished stretch of border wall in Texas today. At this event, he spoke to supporters and Border Patrol officers. He said the 25th Amendment is, quote, of zero risk to him, but says what is happening with the second attempt to impeach him is causing tremendous anger and division.
As the expression goes, be careful what you wish for. The impeachment hoax is a continuation of the greatest and most vicious witch hunt in the history of our country.
He would go on to say now is the time for our nation to heal, and it is time for peace and for calm. He also said people need to respect law enforcement because we are a nation of law and order.
A 16-year-old Albany boy has been charged with first-degree intentional homicide and hiding a corpse. The Greene County District Attorney says Logan Krokenberg Anderson will be charged as an adult in relation to the infant who was found dead this weekend. Now, we warn you, there are some disturbing details in the criminal complaint. A teenage mother gave birth to the baby in her bathtub on January 5th. On January 9th, the mother's family reported the baby missing. Krokenberg Anderson admitted to investigators he took the baby into the woods, covered it with snow, and shot the baby twice. He is currently being held at the Rock County Juvenile Detention Center on a $1 million cash bond.
The judge in the George Floyd murder case has decided Derek Chauvin will be tried alone in March. In November, a Hennepin County judge approved the state's request for the 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged in the case to stand trial together. However, in a ruling filed today, the same judge cited the physical limitations of the courtroom during the pandemic as the reason to split the defendants' trials. Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. The other 3 former officers are charged with aiding and abetting in Floyd's death. They will still be tried together in August.
Still to come tonight on News 3 Now at 10, the former governor of Michigan now expected to be charged for the Flint water crisis. And there's now some new hope for people in Dane County who are behind on their rent. That story when we come back.
My wife had a tough week at work and she needed a break. I stopped by Quick Trip and they say, I want to surprise my wife with a special dinner. And the Quick Trip lady was like, our take-home meals are freshly made and absolutely delicious. I recommend the fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. And I'm like, sign me up. Upon arriving home, my wife says, wow, what's the occasion? And I'm like, just you. And she's like, looks like someone's getting dessert. Bless you, Quick Trip.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
What you see is important to you. How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill Toyota trucks.
Right now, you can get $500 customer cash on a new 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now Firstborn Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life.
Hey folks, with Madison schools staying virtual, that means sports are also on hold.
Wednesday morning, we'll share ways student athletes can stay sharp. Join us from 4:30 to 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The Associated Press is reporting tonight that former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and other former state leaders will be charged in connection with the Flint water scandal. The city's water system was contaminated with lead. No official charges have yet been announced. President-elect Biden will extend the nearly year-long pause on federal student loan payments on day one. It's the first concrete promise the new administration has made to tackle the student debt crisis. A Biden transition official said alleviating the crushing financial burden of student debt would be an immediate priority for the administration.
There's new hope tonight for people in Dane County who are behind on their rent. It's a similar program to the funding that helped 17,000 people last year. Abby Schinderly explains.
The pandemic certainly made it worse.
I know it's been a long 10 months.
But Tenant Resource Center Director Robin Serrano knows evictions have been an issue for far longer than that.
This housing crisis, this pandemic, the general state of our nation has pushed all of us to our limits.
A renewed partnership announced today between Madison, Dane County, and the Resource Center should help. The city and county plan to use about $16 million in new federal stimulus money to specifically pay off back owed rent.
You know, this in no way will meet the full scope of the need in our community. This again just barely scratches the surface of the need that's out there.
Unpaid rent piled up to more than $40 million in Dane County by New Year's Eve, Serrano said. Her center will help get this money to anyone who is eligible.
We know that our communities of color have been hardest hit by the pandemic and the unemployment crisis. And I am committed to making sure that this aid gets to the people who need it the most.
City officials say they're expecting even more funding to come once President-elect Biden takes office. In the meantime, the aid will be used to take immediate steps to help those in need.
What we're doing now, you could think of as a bridge, a very important bridge that will keep people in their homes. But we want to get this money out the door as quickly as possible in full anticipation that there will be more dollars coming from the state and the federal government.
In Madison, Abby Schinderly, News 3 Now.
The application process for receiving aid is set to begin the first week of February. Landlords will also be able to apply on behalf of their tenants.
All right, let's get to Gary now. He has our first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, Eric, skies are starting to cloud up tonight. We'll probably see some patchy fog overnight. Three things you need to know in the forecast. We have the patchy fog thread into tomorrow morning. Then look for quiet weather for the day tomorrow. On Thursday, we'll see a light mix of precipitation. Some light rain, freezing rain, and light snow. Changing to light snow for Thursday night with perhaps a couple of inches of accumulation, especially north of Madison. And then seasonably cold weather is expected for this weekend. High temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, and that will last through at least the first half of next week. High temperatures today were above freezing through much of southern Wisconsin. That melted a little bit of the snow. Notice to the north, temperatures still stay below freezing up in northern Wisconsin. And out to the west, a lot of 40s showing up over parts of Iowa and Minnesota. So the snow cover starting to shrink a bit out to the west of us. Ours is still pretty much in place, down a little bit from its peak, but You can see down toward Janesville and Beloit, about 6 to 9 inches of snow on the ground, about 3 to 6 inches from Madison southward, and lesser amounts to the north. And as that snow melts and you add a little moisture to the air, and then temperatures turn colder at night, you start to get some fog. Starting to see some reduced visibilities into the mile to 2 mile range. A few places less than a mile through central Wisconsin, but so far most of southern Wisconsin not seeing much in the way of fog. We do have some snow on the way for Thursday night into early Friday morning. Right now the computer models are showing perhaps about a 1 to 2 inch snowfall through much of southern Wisconsin, more toward the inch range, or even a little bit less down toward the Illinois state line, maybe 2 to 3 inches north of the Dells into central Wisconsin. There also could be a little bit of light freezing rain. The amount's not very high, a couple 1/100ths of an inch of freezing rain, but if that occurs before the snow, you could get the roads to be a little slick, especially untreated roads, and then we'll have snow on top of that. As we look at future track, or weather track right now, upper level winds are from the northwest. They flatten out, but a pretty powerful storm system in the Pacific Ocean heading into the Pacific Northwest with a lot of rain into western Washington state. That weather system won't be as strong as it moves eastward across the country, but it will stay mainly to the north, at least the most powerful part of the storm. Right now, upper level winds are from the northwest, the lower level winds from the southwest at a pretty gentle speed. That's usually a sign that we're going to see temperatures about the same or even a little bit warmer for tomorrow. Right now, temperatures in the teens and 20s. Madison still at 30 degrees, La Crosse at 32, but a lot of it depends on whether or not there's any clearing in any given spot. On future track, the clouds start coming back in for tonight along with the patchy fog. We'll see plenty of clouds for tomorrow, and then as we head into tomorrow night, notice the next weather system coming in. It weakens a little bit, but it does bring some light rain, freezing rain, and snow, changing to mainly snow for Thursday night, and that's when we could see the snow accumulations. Things will start to wind down on Friday, but we still could see some snow showers or flurries. For tomorrow, look for variably cloudy skies, some patchy fog in the morning, high temperature at 36 degrees, 7 to 10 day forecast, that mix of precipitation on Thursday, changing to light snow Thursday night with some minor accumulations. Friday, just some snow showers and flurries, nearly steady temperatures in the upper 20s, and then it looks like we'll be in the mid-20s through the weekend. Some flurry chances, just a slight chance of flurries on the Martin Luther King holiday on Monday, and then temperatures maybe a little colder toward the end of next week. There could be a little more significant change at that point, but before then, no big storms, at least that I could see.
All right, sounds good. Gary, thank you. And just ahead in sports, the Badgers, well, they were blown out in Ann Arbor tonight. The big run that put Michigan ahead for good. And what's next for Greg Gard's squad? Zach's got sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence.
Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
At iMart Express, we've enhanced our safety and cleaning standards so that you can shop safely and save. Get 2 pairs of glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. Shop safely and save at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
The race to vaccinate is on. But like so many other states, Wisconsin's lagging behind. What's the holdup? News 3 Now breaks down the local vaccination chain and why you may have to wait a bit longer to roll up your sleeve. Thursday at 10.
Pick up the latest issue of Madison Magazine for our Top Nurses Tribute, a wake-up call on domestic abuse during COVID, why more locals are saying bye-bye to booze, and exciting new monthly features. Madison Magazine on newsstands now.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team, on air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best, right? Well, the best in the Big Ten currently is Michigan. The Wolverines are the only undefeated team left in the league, and this is a prime opportunity for the Badgers to show the rest of the conference what they're made of. Unfortunately, it did not go as planned. Demetric Trice, well, he did what he does, but nobody else really could put the ball in the basket. Nate Reavers banks it home for 2 to cut the Wolverine lead to 3. But after that, Michigan went on a run and Wisconsin could not score. Mike Smith with the steal and score, part of a 43-6 run by the Wolverines. Yeah, it was that bad. Scotty trailed by as many as 40, ended up losing by 23. Badgers dropped to 4-2 in Big Ten play. Trice led the way with 20 points.
I wanted to see how we handled tonight, knowing we were playing a really, really good team. A lot of areas that we have to continue to get better at. Now we have to turn around real quick because we're going to see a team that's going to come after us in very much the same fashion. So we'll learn a lot and have to grow and improve in areas that we were not good enough in tonight.
Who is Aaron Rodgers? The question to that answer could have been, this longtime leader of the pack is a Super Bowl champion, a 2-time MVP, and a guest host of Jeopardy! The latter will actually happen sometime this offseason, and you could say Rodgers is a fanatic when it comes to the show. He was on it in 2015, winning the Celebrity Jeopardy! Competition, but to actually be the one asking the questions, well, A-Raj can't wait.
The show has been so special to me over the years. It's been a staple at my house here in Green Bay for the last 16 years. 6 o'clock, watching Alex and trying to get as many questions as I can. When the opportunity came up in 2015, I mean, that was a dream come true. It really was. To be on there, to get to meet Alex was just such a special moment.
And Aaron Henry is teaming up with his old head coach. Brett Bielema named the former Badger his new defensive backs coach at Illinois, and the two have worked together before. During his playing days at Wisconsin, Henry racked up 181 tackles, picked off 7 passes, and helped lead the Badgers to back-to-back Rose Bowls. Bielema also helped jumpstart Henry's coaching career when he added him as a grad assistant at Arkansas. Henry spent the last season as Vandy's quarterbacks coach. We're back after this.
Menards has everything you need for your painting project. We have the best brands, best quality, and best prices, period, on paints from Pittsburgh. Choose your paint colors with confidence. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create over 2,000 color options. Grand Distinction is a paint and primer in one with a distinctively rich and beautiful color. A gallon is $30.98. Now, during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Get huge clearance prices on every brand in the store with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Only Maine delivers more satisfaction every day, like a risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee, giving you 100% confidence in your purchase. How's that for more. The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more happy homes on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
I make saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
This day is our day! This moment is our moment! Let's take the next step!
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
Gary's got a final check.
Yeah, still a little bit of fog out there. We might see it get a little thicker overnight, but shouldn't be too bad.
All right, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.